The movie begins with Icha, who tells her story and tells that she has the same dream every night in which she sees a very handsome man in a big house who comes close to her every day. Even today, when Icha was seeing this dream, we saw that in real life too she had a demon, and it was clear that Icha is possessed by a demon. Well, when Icha wakes up at night, she finds her husband's house very nice, but she is also feeling angry that her husband is coming home late every day. Icha tells her husband to keep everything in its proper place, and he does so, but we see that a demonic hand throws all the things here and there, which makes Icha angry. In such a situation, an argument takes place between Icha and her husband leaves the place angrily without having any food. The next day, Icha goes to work and tells her friend about her tension, that she feels her husband has changed. He does not pay attention to her like before. So her friend explains to her that she also does not treat him like before, does not talk sweetly to him like before, and is not ready for this. She tells Icha that if you want your husband to pay attention to you, then you should also get ready well for him tonight. Here, Icha's brother Ariel was also worried about the fact that Icha is not happy with him. He tells this to his senior, and the senior also advises him to go and talk to Icha nicely. Now tonight, as soon as Ariel comes home, Icha is very well prepared. She also talks to him nicely, and they have a very good day today, just as Icha wanted Ariel to love her. Ariel also loves her, but during this time we also see that demon with both of them. While Icha goes to sleep, and in her dream she sees the same handsome man again, and today that handsome man was inside. He tells Icha that you cannot go out of my captivity. On hearing this, Icha gets scared and opens her eyes. In the dream, that man had also placed a flower on her stomach. When Icha woke up in fear, she saw that the flower was lying on her stomach. And now her husband Ginny Ariel was not there. When Icha went downstairs, Ariel had breakfast for her. Both of them decide to start a new life by apologizing to each other for their past mistakes. When Icha came to work today, she saw the same flower in the storeroom which was lying on her bed. When she tried to pick it up, someone else picked up the flower before that. Scared, she looked back and saw that the handsome man from her dream was now in front of her and was moving towards her rapidly. Icha did not know why she was scared of him, and as soon as Icha saw his reflection in the mirror, she got even more scared because that demon was visible in the reflection. He was looking so evil that she felt like vomiting on seeing him. When she goes to the washroom, her friend also follows her. Icha leaves without talking to her, and her friend gets very upset after seeing her vomit because there was blood and many worms in that vomit. In the evening, Icha meets her sister, from whose talk we come to know that Icha loves children, but despite being healthy, she did not have any child till now, and the doctors were also giving her some medicines. She now asks Ariel to bring her medicines, and as soon as he gets Icha's message, he sees Icha in this empty building. He gets surprised and calls her. Then Icha starts running. He also runs after her and sees that Icha suddenly becomes strange. Her stomach swells and she becomes pregnant. While screaming, suddenly her child was also born, who was very naughty. That child now starts moving towards Ariel, and Icha keeps smiling, looking at Ariel with a strange smile. To save himself from that child, Ariel runs and confronts his senior. He was telling everything to his senior about how Icha was behind him. But now when he himself turned back and looked, there was no one behind him. Ariel takes leave and comes home, where he sees that Icha was normal and was talking to him normally. But Ariel was behaving strangely with Icha, and Icha also felt this. He tells Icha that tomorrow morning you should call the helper lady, and saying this he goes to sleep. Even while sleeping, he was seeing all the veins that he saw at night, which scared him repeatedly. In the morning, the lady whom Ariel had called came and started massaging Icha, and while doing so, she told Ariel that Icha was 3 months pregnant. Hearing this, Icha became very happy, but Ariel became very sad. Icha could not have been 3 months pregnant because Ariel and Icha had not come close to each other for the last 6 months. Ariel discusses all the things with his senior, and his senior also advises him to talk to Icha himself about all these things. Ariel finds Icha very happy, as if she had found a treasure. She also tells all her friends about her pregnancy very happily, but we see that Icha's friend was not happy today. She was worried for Icha because the previous day she had seen worms and blood in Icha's vomit, which was not a good sign, but Icha was very happy, so she ignored all the things said by her friend. Here in the parking, Ariel heard the sound of a child crying from a car. When he went and checked the car with the light, he saw a demonic child in the car. Seeing this, he runs away in fear, and as he runs away, we see behind him that Damon was holding the child in his hands. Going home, Ariel checks Icha's phone because he was suspecting Icha, and he also sees a chat with a girl in her phone. When he asks Sigis about this, she tells him that this boy was his childhood friend. He was just talking to him after breaking up with his wife. There was nothing like that between him and Icha. Igis was now understanding why Ariel was suspecting her, so she angrily tells Ariel that tomorrow we will go to the lab and get the test done, and I will prove that this child is yours. Following Icha's advice, they take Suba to the hospital. When the doctor checks Icha, it is revealed that Icha was not pregnant at all. So what was happening? The doctor explains that when a girl wants to become a mother and gets obsessed with it, such changes often take place in her body that she starts thinking that she is pregnant. The healthcare worker had also told her that she was pregnant just by looking at the shape of her body, although there was nothing like that. Hearing all this, Icha becomes even more worried, and Ariel becomes very sad that he doubted Icha unnecessarily. Icha was sad. After Icha, she tells everything to her friend. Then her friend tells her that whatever is happening with you is not right. So she takes Icha to her teacher Yanni. As soon as Yanni Sahab sees Icha, he sees the same demon behind Icha, and he understands that there is a big issue with Icha. Now he calls Icha and her friend inside and starts telling them about such jinns whose job is to spoil the married life of people. Here he asks Icha whether she has any dreams or delusions. When Icha tells them about her dreams, they tell her that there is a spirit of a jinn behind you who ruins people's homes. Icha now tells Jani Sahab about her pregnancy. Jani Sahab says that you are not pregnant. Icha gets even more angry after hearing this. Icha's condition was very bad, so her friend stays with her for a long time till she falls asleep. After that, she leaves to go to her house. Then she sees a cat's paw on the road, which she picks up and puts up so that no one can touch it. But suddenly she feels something strange. When she looks back, there was the same jinn here, from whom she had taken Icha to Jani Sahab to save her. That is why that jinn was very angry, and he attacks Icha's friend and kills her. Icha is able to see all this in her cap too and gets up in fear. She could also hear noise from outside. When she went out in fear, her friend was lying dead just like she had seen in her house. Her friend's death had broken Icha. Icha also started feeling guilty that her friend's death had happened because of her. When Ariel comes home, he finds Icha crying badly. As soon as Icha tells everything to Ariel, Ariel also feels very sad. Now, while crying, Icha's stomach swells up so much as if she has become pregnant. Seeing this, both of them get worried. Anyway, the next morning Icha tells Ariel about those caps of hers who used to visit her daily, and about whom Jani Sahab had said that these are the caps of the jinn that are shown. Now Ariel feels the need to take Icha to Jani Sahab. Jani Sahab was seeing how much trouble Icha and Ariel are in, so he agrees to help them, and here Icha's exorcism starts. That is, the process of getting rid of the demon is started. But this demon was very powerful. During the exorcism, he enters Icha's garden and tells them in a terrifying tone that they cannot remove this demon from Icha because in another dimension, in another world, Icha was married to this demon, after which the demon leaves Icha's garden, and this time Icha is in great pain. Yanni Sahab tells Ariel that this jinn ruins the lives of such couples and it is very important to get rid of it. To get rid of it, he tells them some verses which they had to read every day. They keep reading those verses for 14 days and really their life becomes much more normal than before, and by reading these verses, they also stopped getting those hiccups. But one day Ariel tells Icha that he has to go out for some work. Although he did not want to leave Icha in such a condition, but by going to another city he was going to get a lot of money, which would solve all their financial problems. Icha tells Ariel, "You should go. I will take care of myself." After her husband leaves, Icha reads the same verse at night and goes to sleep. But today we see his house in a strange state, meaning that Jinn had returned and he was going to take advantage of Ariel going away from Icha. When Icha went to work in the morning, the eyes of all her employees changed. They started moving towards Icha in a frightening manner and started saying in strange voices that Icha, you cannot leave me. Icha gets very scared of all these things and calls her sister home at night. Icha now told all these things to Ariel on call that all this had happened with her. Now Ariel calls Icha's sister and tells her that whatever happens, you should not let Icha sleep because the last time also the same thing happened, that when her friend had taken her to Jenny Sahib, after Icha slept, the Jinn killed Icha's friend. And now if Icha sleeps, the Jinn can definitely attack both of them. She keeps Icha engaged in talking, but while talking Icha falls into such a deep sleep that she is unable to control herself. Her sister tries to wake her up by shaking her very hard. She tries. When Icha does not wake up, Jinn attacks Icha's sister with great force. He first touches her shoulder and then lifts her up and throws her down with the bat. Icha's sister comes out of the room in fear. Then some invisible power picks her up and throws her on the wall. And Icha's sister falls unconscious right there. When Icha wakes up after some time, her stomach had swelled again, and she was feeling a lot of pain. Seeing this, she started feeling dizzy and started going down the stairs staggeringly. She did not even see her sister sitting near the stairs, who was unconscious at this time. Icha takes a hanger and tries to remove the screw from inside her, but it doesn't work. By the time Ariel reaches there, Icha's condition is very bad. He revives Icha's sister and then takes Icha with her to Johnny Sahib's house. Johnny Sahib calls many other people and a strong system is started on Icha. Here many people were reading prayers, and here inside Icha's dream we were seeing another world. The world of jinns. In that jinn's world also she could hear the prayers read by all these people, and she wanted to go with the prayers. She wanted to get out of that world, but here the Jinn comes and tells her that you cannot go from my world. Icha gets scared and starts running here and there, and her running away makes the Jinn angry, and he comes near Icha and circles her from behind. As soon as he circles her in the Jinn world, here in the real world Icha gets completely posed and gets up from the bat, and her bat also rises in the air. Her eyes also became mischievous and she was laughing just like the Jinn. These people had now started reciting their prayers even louder, due to which the Jinn was also getting very hurt. That Jinn comes and tries to scare Jani Sahib too, but Jani Sahib is not afraid. In such a situation, the Jinn also starts getting hurt and he reduces his control over Icha. As soon as Icha's bed and Icha come down to the ground, Ariel starts reciting the same verse in her ears. And in this way Icha sees in her heart that Ariel is telling her that I need you. Come back to my world. And here in the world of the jinns, Icha tries her best to save herself from that Jinn. In the world of the jinns, she could still hear the prayers recited by all these people. When Genie herself starts studying in the world of Genie, the world of Genie starts getting destroyed. And here in the real world we see that Icha's possession breaks. And finally Jani Sahib's exorcism works and Icha gets free from that Genie. Icha was now completely free from the influence of the Jinn. Ariel and her sister were very happy to see this. At the end of the story, we're shown a time 6 years later where Icha had 2 children, and their life was now normal. We see that while Icha's children were playing outside, Icha's sister goes to pick them up from outside. And we see the same demon outside the house who was in human form this time. And Icha's sister found him very strange. This means that the Jinn is no longer able to completely control Icha, but he has not gone too far from her. At the end of the movie, we are also shown the real girl on whom this movie was made. For this movie is a true story, and the movie ends here by showing the interview of that girl.